G'day viewers, I'll just doing some house chores here. I listened to some True Blue, I think John Williamson recording here. Got old Waltzing Matilda and all those other guys' albums, all those other songs, so they put it onto this tape. So I played it back and enjoyed it, and I got to this part of the tape and it sounded funny, so I took the cassette out. Type 2 100-minute TDK. Look at the effect, you never noticed I did this. Never noticed this at all. What the hell? They've extended the tape from the factory. What's going on there? That's kind of weird. What's that, a 60-minute tape, and they've added an afterthought to make it 100-minute on this reel. They've joined it, but left it like that halfway, 3/4 to the tape. What the hell? I never noticed. That's the first thing I've noticed that. That does not look like a home repair either. That's not a botch from home repair. That's a factory error, that is. It's got to be a factory error or some unknown bloody thing. That's too good for a home repair. You see that I've narrowed the tape a bit. That's the end of a tape. It's just been drawn like that. The end's been drawn to it, so sticky tape, but I'll fix that. So this tape's not in the best condition, but it plays really good. Sounds good on this cassette deck. So this proves I've got the alignment very good on this. But I've never seen that. Must just be one at the end of the run reel when they made the tape. This must have been the end of the run reel. Didn't think they would be allowed to do that. It's factory second. Take at least as a factory second tape. Odd. A factory second.
Easy wide open spaces, forever run.
Aussie classics. Okay viewers, I was doing a bit of a touch up on this cassette deck again. Those who have one of these out there and you think it's a case of planned obsolescence, well not necessarily, because you can make your own little idler to fix that, as I've done here. Just doing some final touch-ups on this little idler here. It's not 100% straight, but I could pull it out and put it back in the other way, which is what I should have done, but too late now. It's more straightest at the bottom where the idler doesn't touch. As you can see, it spins a bit crooked. Only the slider's bit out though. It's about 1/2 millimetre out on the top, which, had I paid attention, I should have put it in the other way, so this doesn't come in and out, and this doesn't go tick, 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 tick. Does that when it plays. Because that thing at the top's not 100% straight here. Should have put it in the other way, but oh well, it's something I made up to get this thing going again. I just gave it a clean with a knife to cut me, to clean up the top part, which I should have put in the bottom, because that top part, I cut the disc part of it off, and I cut the ridges off that half. I should have put that on the bottom, not on the top of the capstan there. Yeah, idler here for the belt for the rewind's a bit loose there, see, you can see it slips a bit. So I have to take care of that. I probably should change that belt. I probably should while I can change that belt. Just to get its rewinding torque back. It's a bit loose. Just so it rewinds again, because it's just weak. It's not hard to replace. It's easy enough to replace that belt, so I might as well do that to get the rewind back again. Because it doesn't have enough torque to rewind, it just slips the belt, so got some spare bolts to fix this thing with. Recorded some NCS tapes with it, and it works very well now. Playback and recording. I've got to work on the level media, because on record it, I can set it right, but when I play it back it's not quite right yet. Bit of experimentation with the gain here to get the playback right. Noise reduction on helps a lot. Very careful here when working on these old equipment. Don't want to damage anything. Just go sit in there comfortably. Got some sandpaper. The actual idler's in here. Instead of rubber idler in there. Little idler that drives off the flywheel. Of course, that's the rewind there. So what I've done, I ran sandpaper over this flywheel and just cleaned it a little bit. Bit of old gunk on that. That helps. I think that'll help a bit with the rewind now, because I've already cleaned that idler tyre there. That's been cleaned before. I've got to pull this whole thing off. I don't want to touch that setting. Oh no. Oh, that belt's easy to replace. Lucky it just came off. Everything else runs very smoothly and quietly, including the motor. Just got to fix that because that thing's not perfectly round. Anyway, that should take care of the rewinding issue. Just give it a bit of a clean, of course. I actually did that same process on that reel-to-reel tape machine I got. That's better. There you go. I just cleaned it with isopropyl alcohol, but this has actually gotten more off that flywheel than that alcohol did. It should rewind a lot better now. Actually quite easy to fix one of these tape decks now. If I come across more of these, I'll definitely fix one of these again any day. I've replaced all the belts, except for the counter belt. I replaced this belt. And I got this main drive belt. And what I did, I've ran sandpaper over it, but it didn't work. So what I did, I turned this main drive belt, I turned it inside out. And what do you know? It's like brand new. It's got so much torque. I think the auto stop is going to work again. Rewind works very good too. I got the flywheel for the capstan, a really good polish up, and yeah, it's good. There's some torque on that now. Oh, that's better. Look at that. You see that belt? Look at the grip on that belt. Wow. There's some serious grip on that belt now. It wasn't that good before. Let's put this in. Run this through a couple of times. See how good the auto stop works. Hey, I wasn't doing that before. Belt grip has a lot to do with everything. Belt grip is everything for automatic cassette decks for auto stop. Now more. Little bit of movement, but it's better than what it was. It's quiet. Hoo-hoo! And it doesn't jump either. This used to jump a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Fixed. Fixed. There we go. I've got a good reliable cassette deck again. It's working like it was, and it was brand new. So one top tip, especially sharp cassette decks, or any high-end ones, where you got this big flat belt. Maybe it applies to turntables too, but if you can't get that belt, if it's in good condition, it's not stretched, and it's worn on one side, just turn it inside out, and that'll restore its original grip. If you can get, that's one thing I like about that belt actually. Those types of belts are good for that. As opposed to these V-shaped belts, it doesn't seem to be as effective on these type of belts here. But these big flat belts works very effectively. Just turn them inside out. You can see how worn out it is there. That side of there, the sandpaper didn't fix that, it's just worn, it's too smooth. So I turned it inside out, what do you know? This thing works like bloody brand new. There we go, I've got a good tape deck again. No more tick, 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 tick. And this used to jump a little bit, hit the bumps, but that's been fixed now. This thing works bloody brilliantly like it was new. Should last for another 40 years hopefully. I don't see why not. Easy, it'll last 40 years easy now. Sweet, I've got another good deck. Reliable again. This will be good to go on my Technics deck in my hi-fi setup. Brilliant. Awesome. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.